Hi guys, welcome back to LPB Racing for the Porsche series on Project Cars 2. This is race 2 from round 7 at Le Mans, and we've got good news and bad news. The good news is that Neil Farmack has got his internet working again and he's on, and Cyrex is here as well. And the bad news is someone decided it was going to be funny and turn out the lights, because look, it's dark. So they've got to run with the lights on and dark conditions here at Le Mans. So Bidster is on pole position then, with Neil Farmack alongside. Blakeney is third, Fidel is in fourth. Then we've got Pash in fifth, TY sixth, Cyrex seventh, Stevie eighth, and Video rounds off the 9. So back up to 9 cars then in this one from 7 in the last one. So here we go then. Watching Bidster on pole. Let's look at Blake so we can see a bit more of the field. Away we go, and Fidel and Neil get good starts. Blakeney gets an average start. And let's have a look further back. Pash and Stevie, so it looks like we've got more than 200 yards without an incident, so that's good. Fidel, oh, 3 wide. Fidel, Neil and Bidster in towards the Dunlop chicane. Bidster runs out wide just to make sure he doesn't get hit. Fidel goes through into the lead. Fidel, the rookie, takes the lead. Neil, Bidster, Stevie, Pash. Oh no, TY's in there as well in fourth. As we go down through the S's and down towards Tetra Rouge, but we're going through the S's first. Through the S-bends, Fidel, Neil, Bidster. Oh, Blakeney slides in the background. Blakeney slides the car out. Bidster's on the grass. Oh, Blakeney's really slowed down there. As we go in towards Tetra Rouge, and then we've got Video. Oh, he cuts the corner there. That could be a slowdown penalty as Video and Cyrex come up to the back of him. So everyone cleanly through the first quarter of a lap. And let's go down the Mulsanne straight with Bidster there. He's in third. Fidel is in the lead. TY is side by side with Stevie. Stevie on the inside, TY on the outside. Into the chicane we go. Let's see if Fidel's not lost it this time. Oh, Stevie has though. Stevie has lost it big time, and he almost hits TY. Oh, and he almost hits Pash on the rejoin as well. Video and Blake have gone off as well, so there's more contact there. Probably, or maybe running wide, and Cyrex looks like he's going to gain out of this. I should point out, Cyrex is on a controller. He's not on his wheel. This is his first time on Project Cars on a controller, so he's survived half a lap. He's survived almost half a lap, so well done. As Bidster then under pressure from TY. TY gets a good run out the chicane. Bidster then doesn't defend. TY goes to the inside. Oh, he misses his braking point. Bidster goes straight on. Bidster goes straight on through the chicane, and then has to wait to rejoin. Just rejoins there because he's lost positions anyway. So goes back down the order, and Cyrex is off the road. Blakeney and Video take advantage, and TY's off as well. TY's gone right off. He's at the back, so TY's gone off as well. So it's all happened there. As we go down towards Mulsanne corner, Fidel, Neil, Pash. Then we've got Stevie and Bidster side by side. This could end well as we go into Mulsanne corner. Fidel and Neil are through. Stevie defends the inside from Bidster, and out of the corner Stevie. To fourth place is Stevie's, fifth is Bidster. So all a bit more hectic there as Video goes a bit wide out of Mulsanne corner but gets away with it. So the battle at the front, Fidel versus Neil. We'll get some replays of that first lap action for you in a little bit, but we'll just wait for the first lap to come to a nearer close. As Neil goes alongside Fidel, but no, backs out of it, just trying to put pressure on the new guy. Let's see how much Fidel can absorb here from Neil Farmack, and it doesn't look like it's a lot because he's just made a mistake there into the Indianapolis corner. And oh, another car off in the background. Stevie has planted it in the wall. Stevie's planted it in the wall. He's facing the wrong way. He's got to quickly turn around. He's going backwards and he gets recovered. So again, another incident, but we'll get that in the montage of replays after the first lap. So still Fidel versus Neil Farmack. 3/10 is the gap. Down towards the Porsche curves. Lights ablaze. Clearly this night time absolutely making things dramatic. I think dramatic's an understatement here as Fidel goes wide into the Porsche curves. That's going to let Neil close up. Right behind him now. Practically pushing him around these next few corners. And Fidel goes wide. That could that could push him out wide for the next one, but he gets it back on track and stays on track. And Neil closes up again towards the Ford chicanes through the Corvette curves. And out wide for Neil. That could be a slowdown as we enter the chicane. And Neil, oh, maybe it's not a slowdown. He goes through into the lead of the race, Neil Farmack. So Fidel being passed there by Neil, but again shortcuts the corner. Got to watch those track limits. Pash could get one there as well. Bidster, his teammate, now right behind him. So Bidster right behind Pash now. Replay on board with Stevie of what happened to him then. So he just outbrakes himself into the chicane, and look, here comes Pash. And whoa, just misses the back of him, very close to disaster there. So a quick replay of what happened to Video as well. So breaking into the corner, see Sarek just brakes. Well, Sarek brakes okay, Video brakes a bit early and then hits the back. Oh, and then Sarek hits the back of Video, and then they all rejoin. And Sarek picks up place. Here's a replay of what happens to TY and Bidster. So Bidster misses his braking point, goes wide, and TY in reaction just gets his braking messed up and locks up the rears. And round he goes. Okay, and here's the replay of what happens to Stevie then. So he just brakes quite late and just loses the rear and then gets the tank slapper, hits the wall and then faces the wrong way. Now he's got to wait while traffic comes the other way, quickly gets the car across the track to the other side and then rejoins in 9th place. So now what will happen between the two teammates? Pash is battling with Blake for 5th position in the championship. He needs all the points he can get, or his bids are going to spoil the party for his teammate. As we go into the Dunlop chicane, Fidel running a bit wide there, so does Pash. As we go out the corner, Pash runs quite wide. Bidster closes up to the back of him, but I don't think Bidster's going to challenge properly here. Down the hill we go. No, he's not challenging yet. He's just willing to stick behind him for now and let Pash get on with it, even though he runs wide. And he's going to run wide out the corner as well. Luckily just keeps it off the grass, which is good, through Tetra Rouge. And again, risky lines there, but again, he probably did get away with it as we go down the straight then. So Bidster pulls out to overtake Pash. He gets a slow down, I think. Yep, he's had to slow down. He had a slow down penalty. So now he's got the draft of his teammate to pull him up through the field. Let's see what happens there later on as Cyrek slows down for a penalty as well and flashes lights. So let's TY know to go through. So the good observation there by Cyrek as always. And Stevie at the back still recovering. I know he hasn't got no lights on there, but they are still working on the car, but the replay does not show them working for some strange reason. So Neil Farmack in the lead, Fidel 2nd, Bidster 3rd, Pash in 4th, Blakeney 5th, TY 6th, Cyrek 7th, and then we've got Video in 8th, and then Stevie further back. So that's your running order so far as we go down towards the 2nd chicane. All of them more or less in that middle section still, so still 15 seconds between the whole field and 6 seconds between the top 5, so pretty close still in this race as we go out of the 2nd chicane. So it'd be good to see the lap times this time round to see if Fidel and Bidster are actually catching Neil Farmack. I think they are slightly, but again, we never know until it actually happens. Blakeney, TY and Cyrek, they're all closing up to each other as well. Cyrek's starting to close back in a bit more on Cyrek's closing on TY a little bit more after the penalty he had. So Cyrek's clearly getting used to the controller very, very well. So good on him, because it's not the easiest task in hand. As he goes through their Mulsanne corner nicely out, so looks like he's getting on with this controller quite well. So hats off to him as we go up the back straight towards Indianapolis under the Rolex Bridge. Down towards Indianapolis we go. Pash with a train of cars behind him now. Bidster not helping his teammate out very much, he's just leaving him there, so probably going to challenge for the up and coming places as Pash goes through. Blakeney follows, TY and Cyrek, all 4 in 1. Pash now into the corner a bit deep, has to go into the right hander a bit deep and then has to go into the left hander tighter, or wider, so I say, as then Blake closes up. So TY on the back of Blake now as well, so it's all closing up as the exit Arnage. Everyone getting closer, and Bidster getting closer to Fidel as well, and Fidel getting closer to Neil. So all the cars starting to close together. There's 2 packs closing on each other. We've got the pack of Neil, Fidel and Bidster, and the pack of Pash, Blake, TY, Cyrek as well, into the Porsche curves. There goes Pash. We've got Blake and TY very close. TY's teammate Neil Farmack leading this race as we go through the Porsche curves. Oh, Cyrek clips the grass in the background but gets away with it, I think. Yes, he has. Through the exit of the Porsche curves. Don't run wide here. This could be bad news if you do, but all the cars get through there very well indeed. Fidel has got Bidster right behind him now. Fidel's off. He's gone off. He's gone too deep into the chicane and he's gone off. So off the track there goes Fidel. Not good there for Fidel. TY across the line with the cars behind. So let's get a look at the lap times then, so it is a 4:03 for Neil Farmack, 4:01 for Bidster, 4:04 for Fidel. Fidel probably would have been nearer a 4:02 if it had actually gone over the line without the off, should I say, without the off. But everyone else, you can't really judge the lap times because they're very close together. Pash with a train of 3 cars behind him, 4 if you include himself, as TY clips the grass and round he goes, and Sarek hits him. He couldn't really avoid him there, but Sarek should be able to get going again. And he gets going, and well, he's waiting for TY, but he shouldn't really have to wait for TY because that was TY's fault, and Sarek was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. But no, Sarek does continue, so he does continue there. So TY back down to 9th place with that spin. So unlucky for TY there, catches the grass, and sometimes that's all it takes. Now, the battle for 5th place in the championship is on, and 4th in the race. So Pash being passed there by Blakeney. So these two battling for 5th in the overall championship. And so far, well, Blake's winning that so far as he gets ahead of Pash. Yep, he gets ahead of him, and then down the Mulsanne straight we go. Bidster looking like he's catching up towards Neil Farmack now, so Bidster taking more points off of Fidel and Neil, but taking more points off his teammate, but we'll have to see what happens there as Video is in front of Stevie, with Stevie right up his back bumper now, so Cyrix and TY's off has made Stevie go from 9th to 7th, and now Stevie, currently inside with no light. Well, he's got no front lights because they've all been destroyed, but you can still see where he's going. Stevie with Video alongside him, and into the chicane. Stevie takes it, so Stevie up to 6th place now, Video down to 7th, so Stevie on the charge, but again he's got a bit more of a gap now to catch Pash, who is running right behind Blakeney now. Right behind him, he's in the draft, but I don't think he's close enough to have a go at Mulsanne. We'll have to see. I don't think he's going to be though, as we'll hit the brakes into the kink and into Mulsanne corner. And out of it, Blakeney resumes 4th place. Pash can't do anything there. Back to Stevie and Video. Stevie ahead of Video, pulling away now. Sarek's trying to stick to the back of the both of them, and TY further back in 7th after having making that mistake. And also, so far, fastest lap of the race to Stevie on a 4:03. So fastest lap for Stevie, so again extra point for fastest lap, so got to watch out for that as well. Over the little rise down towards Indianapolis. Video applying the pressure again, but no way through. The American all over the back of Stevie into the left-hander of Indianapolis, and through we go. The gap extends slightly for Stevie, a bit more cornering speed carried into Arnage, the slowest corner on the track. First or second gear, your choice, but depends on how you like your car and how the setup is. Go to first gear if you want to kick her oversteer. Go to second gear if you want a bit more understeer, but better drive out the corner, whichever one takes your fancy. Through the Porsche curves. Bidster has got Fidel behind him. Bidster's got Fidel right behind him now, so he's Fidel's on a charge here. And Bidster out of the Porsche curves, drifting his way through on the charge here. Looks like he could challenge Neil Farmack for the race win here as Fidel goes over the curb. And meanwhile, we've got Pash ahead of Blakeney. Pash has passed Blakeney back. Blakeney has been passed by Pash and goes down to 5th. Pash up to 4th. So Bidster through the chicane. He's gone a bit slower there. Fidel is behind. So Fidel closes right up on the back of Bidster now. Across the line we go. Up towards the first chicane. Fidel closing up. Will he have a go into the chicane? Is he going to have a go? Brakes into the chicane. No, Bidster makes a good braking zone here. And out of the corner. And oh, Fidel goes past Bidster. Did he miss a gear? I'm not sure. He's missed a gear. But oh no, Bidster's slowing down. Bidster's slowing down. Why is he slowing down? I know why. Pash. He's slowing down for his teammate. He's going to let his teammate take 3rd and for extra points in the championship to help his 5th place. Brilliant strategy here by Bidster to help his teammate out. Such a team player. Through Tetra Rouge at a cruising pace now and trying to catch him up. So Pash in 4th is about to receive 3rd place from Bidster, I think, as we go down the Mulsanne straight. Bidster picking up speed now. He doesn't want to get caught out by Blakeney. He's got to do this thoroughly. He's got to make sure he does it properly. He's got to slot in between those two cars without compromising Pash's speed or position. So we'll see how Bidster can do this. So Bidster's got nothing else to fight for. He's champion already, and the teams is already sewn up for Team Donington as well. And into the chicane. Oh, Bidster's lost it, and the Pash reacts. Bidster loses it, and Pash reacts, and he's spun round. Bidster's attempt to help his teammate has backfired, and Pash rejoins, probably banging his wheel in frustration, in 7th place, possibly going to be 8th place with Cyrex getting the overrun. But Pash will be fuming, and Bidster will be annoyed with himself as well, because he's just cost his teammate a position, several positions, and that's not going to help Pash's quest for 5th place in the championship. So Blakeney then, or even 4th, because Video's still not safe yet in 4th place. There's a bit of a bigger gap, but he's still not safe yet. But how things can change in the blink of an eye. Pash down to 7th place and Bidster in 3rd, but trying to do the honourable thing, but didn't quite work. He made a little mistake of his own, and Pash had no recovery. Let's get a replay on that. Okay, so here's the replay of what happened between Bidster and Pash then. So into the chicane. See, Bidster there loses it, and Pash gets on the brakes and then loses control of the rear of the car. So just in utter reaction to what Bidster did, and Pash goes right back down to 7th place and possibly going to be 8th. So as we come back from the sight of Pash spinning out and Bidster's embarrassment, up to the front, Neil Farmack 4.1 seconds in the lead from Fidel, and cruising home to what looks like a victory here at Le Mans. But again, don't try and overestimate things, because you never know. Things could happen. So Fidel in 2nd place, 3rd is Bidster, and then everyone else behind him, Blake, Stevie, Video, all very close behind. Stevie fastest lap, 3:59.4 into the 3:59s for Stevie, so he's definitely pushing here. He wants Blake's 4th place. He's pushing. These two are utter rivals. They are work colleagues, and that's probably the worst kind of rivalry, to be honest. Work colleagues and on-track rivals. What could be worse? I don't know. But go out of the corner. This is a rivalry as big as probably as big as Senna and Prost. So Blakeney and Stevie, very, very heated rivalry. But now look, they're catching up to the back of Bidster. Bidster's been harassed now by the back of Blake as well. So Blake is harassing Bidster, and also he's got to watch out for Stevie as well as we go through the Porsche curves. Neil's coming out the Porsche curves, about to take victory here as we go. Bidster slides his car. He's rattled from what happened earlier, probably still really, really cheesed off with himself as we go through the corner. Blake and Stevie together as well. But through the last chicane, it's going to be Neil who takes the win. But Stevie's trying to get alongside Blake into the last chicane. We're going to quickly watch Neil cross the line. Neil in 1st. Well done to Neil. Wins the race. Fidel is going to be 2nd. Bidster's hopefully going to be 3rd. And Stevie and Blake to the line. Going to be very close. Fidel 2nd. Bidster 3rd. And Stevie is going to be 4th. With Blake in 5th. Video 6th. Pash is going to be fuming in 7th. Cyrex in 8th. And TY is going to round off the 9 here at Le Mans. What a dramatic race, and what a dramatic last lap of that race as well. So let's just get those results confirmed for you now. Okay, here are the results of that race then. So it is Neil Farmack who wins the race. Good win for Neil. Then it's Fidel who gets 2nd place. His best finish with us. Well done to Fidel. Then it's 3rd place for Bidster. 4th for Blakeney. Stevie is in 5th. Then it's Video in 6th. Cyrex finishes 7th. Pash drops down to 8th after the teammate fallout on that last lap. And then it was TY in 9th place. So as we come back from that, there is your winner, Neil Farmack, in that white and red Porsche there. Well done to Neil Farmack. He wins the race. Brilliant race in this Porsche 911 GTE car. So now we move on to race 3, which will be in the Porsche 911 GT 198 car. So that should be fun, guys. A bit of a harder car to drive, and we should be back in the daylight next time. So we'll see you for that one, guys. Take care.